I am warping my purple Presto rigid heddle loom with 2 heddles for a 16 ends per inch for a finer weave. So in order to do this, I need to start with this with the pattern has me doing this so that I have starting with all slots for warp thread number 1. So we're going to bring this all the way through as an all slots, just like this. Choo-doo. Okay, then warp thread number 2 needs to go into slot number 1 needs to go into the hole on heddle number 1. So in order to get to the hole on heddle number 1, we're going to put it through the slot on heddle number 2 that we were just in just a second ago. Okay, same hole, the same slot that we just used on heddle number 2 and the hole on heddle number 1 right next to it. There we go. See how that worked? Okay, just like that. Okay, the next thread is an all slots thread, and we are going to run it through because we don't want any crisscross threads, really important, we are going to actually scoot over to the next slot on the front heddle, but we're going to stay with the same slot on the back heddle, like this. There we go. Okay, just like that. Okay, see how that worked? Okay, now the next thread is going to be thread number 4, and we are going to, it actually needs to be in the hole on heddle number 2. So we're going to go into, in order to get to the front beam from that hole, we need to go through the slot on the first heddle. And we're going to use that slot that we were just in just a second ago. And we're going to go into that hole on heddle number 2. There we go. Okay. And that's the first 4 threads. And we're actually going to repeat that pattern over and over again. But let me show it to you one more time and how that reflects into the next set. So for the next thread and the pattern that we're going to repeat over and over again, we're going to go back into the same slot that we were just in. But we're going to scoot over on heddle 1, but we're going to scoot over into the next slot on heddle 2, because remember, no crisscross threads. There we go. We just scooted over. There we went. Scooted over. Okay, and that's actually going to be our thread number 1 for our second set. There we go. Okay, thread number 2 for our second set needs to be in the hole of heddle 1. So we're going to put it in that hole, and we're going to put it in the same slot we were just on heddle 2. There we go. Okay. And then remember, no crisscross threads. So the next thread, which is our third thread of our second set, we scoot over into the next slot, but we're on heddle 1, but we're going to stay in the same slot on heddle 2. And there we go. Okay, and then for our fourth thread, we're going to stay in that same slot on heddle 1 that we just started to use, and then we're going to go into the hole on heddle 2, just like that. There we go. And then we're going to repeat that all the way across. I do have a very crude sketch that I am following. Admittedly, it's a very crude sketch. See my crude sketch? There we go. And that's what I'm following over and over again. So that's how I'm going to be slaying all the way across. Thank you.